To call Nicky Jam resilient is an understatement. His rag to riches and back again story is well known. He began as a Daddy Yankee teenage protege in the late 90s, early 2000s, but Jam flamed out when drugs entered the picture. After a few years of being emotionally and professionally lost, the US-born artist found a rebirth in Colombia with a new sentimental approach to reggaeton songwriting. And the hits followed, from El Perdón with Enrique Iglesias, to X with J Balvin, to the Icon remix with Jaden and Will Smith. It's a life worthy of a movie or a Netflix series, which we'll see next year. This is Nicky Jam's Moment of Truth. Nicky,
hey,
thanks for doing this. So tell me, you were early on, you were musically inclined, freestyling. The story goes you're, at a grocery store packing groceries, you're freestyling. Were your parents supportive? Like, what did they do to help you if
I didn't have those type of parents, you know what I'm saying?
You had regular Latino parents, like, don't do music.
No. Actually, no. What I mean is my parents were like, I didn't live with my mom.
Got it.
Because I stopped, my mom, she left me when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old. And I left with my dad to Puerto Rico, and my dad wasn't in the best moment. So my dad wasn't really, it's like in that moment, he took care of me, but he let me be me. You know what I'm saying? He let me do my own thing. He let me be a grown-up myself, you know what I'm saying? So I was really independent in that time. So I didn't have that situation where, I had to ask my dad to do something. Right. He was like, he knew I was a man and I could take care of myself. What he really did was that when I was going out with the boys to do shows and gigs, he would have somebody talk to him, tell him that they were gonna take care of me. So that's the only thing he wanted to know. I had there was a guy called Fresh J and some other rapper, and I used to rap with them. And they used to go to my dad telling him, yo, don't worry, I'll take care of him. You know what I'm saying? And that's all but he never got into the business. He never told me he don't want me to do it. Till this day, I'm who I am, because he always supported me in the music.
Early stages of the reggaeton movement,
yeah.
Yankee comes on and be like, yo, I want you to be down with me. You're still young. How did that feel?
So I tell him, yo, I'm a big fan. And the funny thing about it, he knew about me. He's like, yeah, man, I heard you. I heard your album. I heard what you've been doing. I like what you do, man. You got a lot of talent, man. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a big fan of you. I like everything you do. I think you're the best. He's like, yo, I got a show in Dominican Republic. You want to come through and be my backup singer? I'm like, what?
How old were you then?
I was like 14 or 15 years old. I left with him to Dominican Republic. The thing is, I'm a big fan of Yankee, and I'm a singer as well, so nobody could have done his backup better than me. You know what I'm saying? So it was on point. So when he saw that, it was like, yo, this guy is crazy. So the funny thing is, I recorded for Playero, and I did the Playero song, Descontrol, without talking to Yankee and none of that. I recorded it 6 months before that I went with Yankee and connected with Yankee. So when this song comes out, it becomes a hit in Puerto Rico. It was my first hit when I was 15, 16 years old. Funny thing about that is Yankee's like, yo, I gotta sign this kid, you know what I'm saying? He's my backup singer, and right now he got the hottest song in the street. So he signed me, I remember in those days, it was for $5,000. He gave me a upfront $5,000, and we started working. And for some reason, something happened to the industry that it went down. They didn't want to put us in the radio. I think in a way it was kind of it was illegal to sound our music in the streets. They would take CDs away. It was some crazy stuff. So from there, Yankee's like, yo, Nicky, you know what? Forget about the $5,000 I gave you. Just keep it. But I'm gonna have to give you the release form because I don't want to hold up your career right now. Music is not going nowhere right now. It got blocked. So I was like, yo, you know what? Let's do something, man. Let's sing me and you. That's what we was doing, and we came up with 4 or 5 hits: Guayando, Sabana Blanca, a whole bunch of hits we did in the streets in Puerto Rico, and that's how we became Los Cangri.
So do you think? Because obviously you're getting all the success. Do you think you would be better suited if you were 30 and getting the success instead of a teenager?
Oh, of course. Of course, if I was 30, it was way better. I got a different mentality, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when you're a kid, you don't think, you don't use your mind, and I was a rebel, you know what I'm saying? I was a crazy kid. I didn't care, you know what I'm saying? Because the situation of my house, the drug situation of my father, my mother, and the drugs I was taking in the time, I couldn't deal with the fame. I couldn't deal with the money. I didn't know how to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was just a young kid doing crazy things,
Right.
Once you're 30 years old and once I lost everything and I knew the value of money, knew the value of capitalizing, because that's the word, that's the most important word, capitalizing in your life. If I would have had that capitalizing in my life when I was 17 years old, I would have been much richer. I wouldn't have way more. But God knows why. Like, I needed to be stupid in that moment, ignorant in that moment, a rebel in that moment to be the businessman I am today.
What do you remember from that time? Because like, it's interesting, you were part of this Renaissance, but you're also part of the, another era. So what do you remember? What do you remember the similarities between those eras, if any? What was there?
Well, it's a different mentality. First of all, when I was with Yankee, I was a young kid. I was an ignorant kid, you know what I'm saying? With a lot of problems, you know what I'm saying? When I went to Colombia, I did so much soul searching, and it was like I was a man already, right. You know what I'm saying? And I was a man that moved to a country to get a better life, you know what I'm saying? And this country gave me so much. So my mentality was way different. And now I was thinking like, you know what? My mentality was like, I need to work so I could buy a house. Because if I have a house and it's paid for, I'm good the rest of my life. That's all I need, a crib. Back in the days when I was really in a bad moment, my dad, just not to let me fall, he used to say, I'm proud of you no matter what. And it hurt me so much that he would say he was proud of me when I wasn't really doing good. So today, to see him telling me he's proud of me, and I really know that he can be proud of me, that's all a man needs in life.
And that's a big thing for a Latino man, because Latino fathers aren't the most emotional people.
Exactly.
As we know.
Exactly. My dad, every time he tells me something, he has like a little laugh at the end. He's like, te admiro mucho. So that's that little, he's like, oh my God, I just said some corny thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't want to sound so sentimental, So that's how my dad is. So that was my mentality. Because one of the things that scared me is like, what if I get sick and I get old? Where am I gonna live? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna take care of me? Imagine you old and you can't take care of yourself and you gotta live in somebody's house. You can't work, you can't pay the house. So that for me like was really important. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a crib, you know what I'm saying? Like I need a crib. For me, so I was really working for a crib. And where people was listening to my music was in Colombia. So everything I did was step by step. I wasn't thinking about becoming the biggest star in the reggaeton movement or having hits or doing songs with Enrique Iglesias or doing movies with Vin Diesel or doing series for Netflix. I was just thinking about buying a house. As soon as I made money to buy a house, and then somebody told me, yo, you know what? You could be like the hottest singer in Colombia. I'm like, okay, so let's try to do that. As soon as I did that, okay, Nicky, you know what? You could jump and kill the world. Let's do that. So everything was step by step. It wasn't planned, It wasn't planned. Every time I see an opportunity, I just took it and I worked. Because I remember when I talked to my manager, I went through so much when I was young. I went through so much suffering and so much that when he sat down with me and he told me that he wanted to take me to be one of the biggest stars, I said, I don't want to do that. Like, you could talk to him right now. He would tell you, I don't want to be there. I'm scared of it. I'm scared of success because success took me to drugs. Success took me to do a lot of bad things. So I just want to do shows. I'm happy doing shows. Let me do some shows. And every time he was telling me good things, like, yo, you're going to do this now. I'm like, nah, let's not go there yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. He's like, Nicky, are you stupid? Do you know the talent you have? I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to be that big.
You wanted to be cautious at that time.
I was scared. I was really scared. So he knows how to, he knows how to talk to me to make me feel comfortable in any situation. So he was like, yo, you know what? I'll take you easy. And I promise you that when you don't like it, you can stop. So talking to me like that, I kept going until look where I'm at.
2015, you got El Perdón, right, with Enrique. A lot of people, a lot of experts say that that's the moment that, because it became one of the biggest streamed songs in the world. Experts say that it's the time, that's really the beginning of the new Latin boom. Do you agree?
Yeah, you say that is the first time a reggaeton song broke records the way it broke. It was 38 weeks, #1 on the Billboard charts. Like right now, like Enrique had Bailando that it was even more weeks. I think it was like 40 something, 41 weeks on the Billboard. But it wasn't really a reggaeton song. It was more like a pop dancehall song. But that song opened the market for our music. So as soon as I heard that song from Enrique, I said, this is really good what Enrique is doing. Like really good, because that is gonna help us a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because if you reach #1 with urban music, and that means that, you know, our music is the music that's gonna make it, and exactly that's what happened. After that, you look at the charts, it's just urban music on the first 1 to 10. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's when it began, you know what I mean? Obviously, the song El Perdón took me to pop status, you know what I'm saying? From just not being a street reggaeton artist to, okay, Nicky Jam doing arenas. Nicky Jam doing Madison Square Garden, Nicky Jam doing the American Line Arena, Nicky Jam doing his arena in Puerto Rico, Nicky Jam traveling in Europe. I mean, I was already traveling around with the songs I had, but with this, it was just already a movie already. I mean.
Fast forward to now, this big ass single, X. You got with your homeboy Balvin, creating a movement, something different than what you were used to hearing in the genre. Like, I know the story that it was his song, right? That he's like, you need to get on it, but you need to be on it with me. How does that friendship meld into the song? Like, it comes off like it's you know, you're having a great time.
The friendship's been there, you know what I'm saying? Me and Balvin always been good friends, and no matter what, we always be talking and all that. But yeah, obviously when he came out, I needed a single because I was working on the Netflix thing and I've been on tour, and I needed a new single. And he comes out and he say, "Yo, I got this song." And when I heard the beat, I'm like, "Oh my God, this is a hit." So he sent me the song, man, and I recorded. I remember he laid the vocals next day, and we said, "This is a hit." And automatically, we came with a concept because we said, "Yo," he's like, "I'm gonna do this video with you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you this song. It's gonna be your single, but you gotta promise me you're gonna dress in colors." I never dressed in colors in the video, so I said, "Okay, let's do it." So I dressed in colors with Balvin, and I danced in the video, and we did a new vibe, and it was the best move I ever did.
Did the acting in the Vin Diesel movie whet your appetite for like to do your own biopic?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, you know, when I did the Vin movie thing, it's my first acting gig. So I'm doing toe-to-toe with Vin Diesel as your first acting gig. This guy's a professional. He's done 50 movies already. He's tired of doing movies. So I'm over here thinking, wow, how am I gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? All directors are looking at me. My people was there looking at me. My girl was looking at me. So, you know, I did my best. But one thing that Vin told me that helped me a lot, he was like, "Yo, man, whatever you read," because these writers are corny sometimes, just give it your own life. Don't try to do what you see in that paper exactly. Don't memorize it so much. Just read it and do it. And that's what I did, man. And it came out good. And now that I'm doing my series, that I was working 12 hours a day for 2 months. I'm telling you, you can give me any gig acting, bro, I'm gonna break it down.
Do you feel like you've made it yet?
You know what? You made it when you could stop doing hits and you could still charge a lot of money and you still sell tickets. So I don't think I'm there yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with what I got. If they say tomorrow I'm going con los Pancho y me voy para el cielo, I go happy because I did a lot in my life and I've done a lot of things. But I think, you know, I think singers like Marc Anthony, singers like Shakira, singers like Ricky Martin, singers like Enrique Iglesias, they could say they made it. Because they could stop. I've seen them not do music for 10 years. And they still sell tickets and they still charge a lot of money. So that's when you're an icon, real icon level. For now, if I stop doing music and I stop posting things in Instagram for 2 or 3 years, they will forget me like this. Like, who Nicki? Man, he old school. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you made it. You made it when people love you no matter what. You made it when people wants to hear your music, even if it's been 20 years without pulling music out. So that's my mentality. That's what I think.